I'm laughing over here. This one's too much fun.
Well, I'm going through the color swatches and I'm editing, like yes, no, yes, no.
You made some very good decisions.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
thanks, I appreciate it. This is Bellezza Jewelry at HSN. I'm your host, Siobhan Sarna, and this is Paul Woods, our ambassador of luxury. He's helped people, not just here at HSN, but around the world, experience luxury through the different jewelry houses and brands that you've worked with. But we call them our own now, thank goodness. And that's why he's here with us for Bellezza. We're going to talk about the so exotic Cleopatra pieces right now.
Oh, so exotic. And I have some Cleopatra secret stories I'm going to tell you. But first, look at this gorgeous, beautiful Omega jewelry. The
bracelet is under $80, Lira included, and the necklace is incredible at under $90. All of these are on 4 flex payments. All of them get the extra flex payment with the HSN card, but most importantly, let's just go through some of these details. Okay, for those of you who are loving the adjustable, oh my gosh.
It's a really strong magnet.
Yeah, I was gonna say the adjustable bracelet. One of your other favorites is this magnetic, check it out. Look at that clasp closure. They are kissing cousins right there. That is a strong magnet. So no worries in terms of how this is gonna be on your wrist. Quite the Wonder Woman look in a good way. And there is—
she's beautiful.
Incredible. There's that scaled down, almost like a breastplate for the rest of us to wear. So what is the story, Paul? What are your deep, dark secrets about Cleopatra today?
Well, you know, I'm fascinated by Cleopatra and the rumors and myths that surrounded her, you know, thousands of years later. We all think of her as the most beautiful woman ever. I mean, that's kind of the shtick that she had going. Turns out that she was not such a stunner.
Really?
But what she was good at was presenting herself in the right way for the right event. So when she was ruling, she always showed up with her gold Cleopatra style necklace.
Okay.
Because it made her look like the goddess Isis, and it was, you know, it was her power piece.
Got it.
But she knew how to enter a room. And I know all you guys know how to enter a room too. And so that's what the Omega with the Lira is all about. Knowing how and when to enter a room. One of my favorite Cleopatra stories, when she heard that Mark Antony was camped outside, she had lots of enemies, so she had herself rolled up in a carpet and delivered as a present to his tent.
Oh, well, that was thoughtful.
Thoughtful, and he unrolled the carpet, and there she was. He was captivated by her charms, and the rest is history. So I love the fact that she was smart.
Very creative, very smart.
Well, and beyond that, if you look up the history of Cleopatra, she really was one of the smartest rulers of her time, and she was really known for her brains, which made her really sexy. I mean, she was a smart gal, but we always associate the Omega, the Cleopatra style with her. And that's because probably because of that movie with Liz Taylor.
Probably.
Which, by the way, was one of the most expensive films ever made. Did you know that?
I'm not surprised.
It was $54 million like 45, 50 years ago.
Back in the day,
yeah,
right. Wow.
Crazy. But
that's an epic.
Look how gorgeous this is. Now, if you haven't tried an Omega before, you don't realize the power of getting this much light up near your face. It's like having your own light board, your own light assistant, your own makeup artist, your own cameraman right there with you. When you have this much golden light that's being shined up at your face, there's a couple of things that happen. You look instantly thinner. It's about light, folks.
No, it really is.
We sit here in the studio and we are under 5 million candlewatts of light. And that's because the camera is so unforgiving. We need that much light so that you don't see all the shadows and things that we naturally have with our features. Well, you get that kind of power from this gorgeous gold Omega. The fact that we added a Lira coin to it, which is the first time we've ever done that, is just icing on the cake. This is a 20 Lira piece. It is genuine. It is collectible. They do not make them anymore. And it is made for you in Italy, so you know the quality is there. The necklace is 17 inches with a 2-inch extender, and the bracelet has the most powerful jewelry magnet we've ever worked with. Clearly, so you're not going to have to worry about losing that bracelet.
Well, and I wanted to mention that the bracelet is available in the 2 sizes. It's 6 3/4 or a 7.5-inch size. You know, if you have ever been into Egyptian art and you see the hieroglyphs and you see those outstretched wings of the bird, the feather effect is almost what's happening here in the Omega. And you know, a lot of us have Omegas from the 90s and they are that collar style and we love them and they're date night worthy and, you know, interview worthy. But sometimes it's nice to change things up a little bit. We love our Omega, but let's take it into the now. right?
Right.
So this is that fresh update for your Omega. Plus, even if you've never been to Omegas before, you can, once you get this, you'll understand why it's been so popular through the ages. This has that very, very nice scale of a bib-style necklace. There's that Omega, but it's in the graduated size. That's what I'm looking at and thinking of, that wing rising up. And then front and center stage is the historical Lira. All of this 18 karat gold against your skin. All of this pure bronze bathed in that gold. Hold it and wear it up with your 14 karat, your 18 karat, your other Bellezza, your Technobond, all of that. It will all go together. And that's one of the things that I know has made me such a loyal jewelry shopper here at HSN, for all the reasons. But that's where you really get to start to build a collection that you'll wear. Because it's not something that's precious that needs to be kept in the safety deposit box. It's wearable.
You know, it's funny, we were featuring chainsaws earlier this morning.
Yes, I love those chainsaws.
And I was tickled because I have a chainsaw. I bought it right here at HSN. And I wear jewelry when I use my chainsaw.
Do you?
I do. I'm always, you know, presenting myself as the ambassador of luxury, if you will, whether I'm working in the garden or I'm cleaning my own windows or whatever. And the nice thing about Bellezza is it wants to do everything with you. It wants to go to the pool, it wants to go to the beach, it wants to be worn while you're gardening. Who doesn't want to feel beautiful while you do everything? But you don't want to lose your real gold jewelry. You don't want to take a risk with your real pieces. Most of us tuck those away and think of them as really special pieces or something that we're passing on. This jewelry wants to be worn. It wants to be worn every single day, and it wears just fabulously.
We only have a couple of hundred in each of them. The necklace is going to go first, which may be because I haven't told you the size of the bracelet enough. 6 3/4 or 7.5 inches. The necklace has that extender going all the way to 19 inches from 17. So you get to decide how you want to wear it, and you might not have, you know, a 17-inch neck. It's okay. We can take you all the way to 20 inches. So from that, thank you for being with us on that. If you're on hold, don't worry. We're going to get right to you. Okay, this